I'm Coach Darnell Haney, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. 𝐤𝐨𝐬 go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We're searching high and low, and we are finding rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, ladies and gentlemen, Sports Life Talk told ya we gonna do it for ya, cause we balling like them Georgetown Hoyas. Yeah, y'all already know what's going on. We got them, ladies and gentlemen. We got the general in the building. Hey, 16, 17 years coaching experience. He was a trainer. He was a high school coach. He coached both sides. He won everything and everything. And now he is gracing us with his presence. Let's go from Miami, Florida, all the way up to Georgetown. We got him, associate head coach Darnell Haney in the building. How you doing, coach?
I'm great, B. Thanks for having me on, Kale. Thanks for having me on. It's gonna be dope. I love what y'all doing.
Let me tell you something. We knew very quickly that we wasn't gonna, we can't say that we that true podcast until we get somebody from Georgetown to sign off. So now we 30 minutes away from being legit. All right, let's go. If this is your first time joining the show, welcome. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all thing Louisiana. Put your L's up, because Mr. Yeet is in the building. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the associate head coach. No, I was just messing with you, KT, man. The quiet storm. Shh. The head coach, KT. How you doing, Kev?
Well, first of all, I'm upset because you already beat me to the Georgetown Hoya thing. I was thinking about Lloyd with Southside. You know, he makes that there. I'm bulldogging like I'm a Georgetown Hoya. So you messed it up for me, B. Jones. So thank you very much.
I got mine from Daddy Fat Sax out of Outcast.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I had Lloyd, Southside, Ashanti, all that good stuff. But yeah, B. Jones, I'm great. We got basketball royalty in the house today, so man, let's turn up. Let's go.
All right, man. Everybody go throw your elephant print on, because we're about to pay the bills right now. Y'all know what time it is. Check this out. If this is your first time joining the show, again, we want to say welcome. We couldn't do this without you. This has been an incredible journey. In 2023 is popping like some Orville Redenbacher. Y'all hear me? And we got to keep this amazing momentum going in 2023. So we need you to stick around and join the family. It won't cost you a penny. It's free 99 to become part of the family. So on the count of 3, Georgetown, we need y'all to show us some amazing love and smash that subscribe button. Coach Haney, are they rocking with us in the Sunshine State? Are they gonna rock with us in DC?
We gonna have to. They're gonna have to. They're gonna rock with us. They rock with me. They're gonna rock with y'all. Y'all family now, baby.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Me and KT, we don't take that family lightly. If you smash that subscribe button, we don't do fans, we don't do followers, we do family. So when you see us in the streets, show us some love. But without further ado, Coach, I heard back in the day you can get some buckets. I heard you was a 3-time letter over there at Carroll, man. Is that was it South Carroll? I can't remember the name of the high school I was reading about. South Ridge. I heard you was a 3-time letter, so you ain't afraid of being in a pressure environment. So are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
I'm always, we ready for it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
All right, so let's go. Music artist, let's go. And this is in no particular order. We're going. You know, I'm a Florida guy, so we're gonna go Ross. We're gonna go T-Double. I'm an old school Florida guy, so we're going Trick Daddy. I like Outkast, both of them, right? Let's go Jeezy. And then let's go. I'm gonna hit you. Let's go Erykah Badu.
Ooh.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go Erykah Badu. So we good.
All right, Coach. So we like to rank everybody's top 5, but before we do that, I got to ask you. You mentioned Outkast, but if you had to pick one of those, one of them, Big Boy or Andre 3000, who are you going with?
We're going with 3000. What you mean?
Oh, he's in my top 5. That's why I asked. I just had to ask.
Now, Big Boy tough now, but
now he is tough. But he's not Andre. He's not 3 Stacks.
3 Stacks is cold, man, but Big Boy ride that beat, man. Big Boy give you a little bit more of that South. Andre is a creative, beautiful soul, but when Daddy Fat Sacks rapping, he bringing bars, he riding that track, man. He give me that Atlanta sound.
I mean, B Jones, we're not trying to say that Big Boy he doesn't represent. It's about 3 Stacks. You get my initiation too. All right, Coach. So like I said, we like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest you can get is 5.
Okay.
But there's no way I'm going to give somebody as official as you anything less than 5. B Jones, it says he has 17 years of coaching experience. So I hope you got your did your little finger works out earlier. So go ahead and give him 17. Now Georgetown, Coach Butts, we just gave our whole budget away for the next 2 weeks. So we need y'all to kick something down for us, all right? All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
My favorite superhero would probably be Batman. Right?
Yes, definitely Batman. Go ahead.
Batman was like smooth. He'd knock your head off. He drove the tightest whip. Like his house was like amazing. Like Batman, no question.
So B Jones, you got something to say against that? Because I know you wanted to say something.
No, I don't know, man. I was running a little bit late because I had some technical difficulty. I'm just wondering what the conversation was behind. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out if some of this was premeditated.
No, you know what I'm saying? Who's yours?
You already know, man. I'm going to T'Challa. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. You know what? Yeah, but I'm going with Batman right now.
I thought you was gonna switch it for me, Coach Haney. He said, "You know what? I'm staying with Batman." All right.
Yeah, that's my favorite one too, Coach. Batman. Can't go wrong with him. All right, Bruce Wayne. Since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Let's go. Raw's Big Meech.
They call me Big Meech.
Yeah.
Larry Hoover.
If I'm boxing, I'm coming out to Big Meech.
All right. So if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them. Oh, my bad. If you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Malcolm. I got a couple people. Right. It'll be like the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther Kings, the Phil Jackson, the Doc Rivers of the world, like just for like how they handle things when, like Phil Jackson is kind of interesting to me because of how he navigated coaching those superstars. You know what I mean? Like he was more of an ego manager to me, and I think that's important as a head coach, especially with men's basketball. Like women's basketball, you don't have it's not as many egos, but those pieces, the Pat Rileys of the world, you know what I mean? Like people that they got it done and got it done over a long stretch of time.
Now, B. Jones, you know, it's the first person he said was Malcolm X, so he already letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come off the top rope if he need to. So
by any means necessary.
I was about to say it's by any means. It's by any means necessary.
All right, Coach. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
One of the biggest pieces it taught me was the association of like teams and like how important team is to whatever it is you're doing. And within that team atmosphere, everybody has to have a role and everybody has to kind of like own it and accept that role and do the best in their role so that you can be successful in anything. So like, you know, I got a family and my daughter, she's 17. She has to clean the kitchen, right? So she cleans the kitchen. But if she don't clean the kitchen, and my son don't get the garbage out, or I don't get the garbage out, like it ain't gonna work. Cause mama gonna come home and mama like, you know, like she gonna be like, what's going on? Like,
okay, right? So that happened at your house too. That happened at your house too. Okay.
Right. So like, it's important that, you know, everybody plays those roles and be okay with playing those roles and be the head coaches of the roles that they're in, man, because that's how you breed success. And I think that's important. And then you won't have to have anybody micromanage. I don't have to, you know, you need to clean that kitchen. You need to clean that kitchen. You need to clean that kitchen. When you already know and you're taking pride in doing that, I think that's when you get to the next level as a family, as an organization, as a podcast, whatever it is that you're doing. I think that's what it does. And then the other thing I learned in basketball is the only thing that precedes results is work. Right? So like, you're not going to be, don't be mad that you missed them shots in a game, right? If you ain't put the work in. I'm a real big proponent of 10,000 hours. And we tell our players all the time, like you correlate the 10,000 hours, Malcolm Gladwell's book. Which one is it? It's either The Tipping Point, because I read 3 of them. The Tipping Point, or it's one of them, but he has a rule of 10,000 hours. And I feel like if you haven't made 10,000 of those step back, fade away jump shots you're trying to shoot, right? Don't shoot them because they're not going in. And if they do going in, it was a fluke, right? It's a fluke. It's fugazi. So it ain't going to be consistent. So I just feel like the only thing that precedes results that you want is the work that you put in.
All right, B. Jones, did you listen to that? So I need you to do more work, take 10,000 reps or whatever we need so we can.
Man, I'm already thinking about what's the next move right now. Coach didn't inspired me. We on the show. We supposed to be conducting the show, but yet we getting coached up, KT. I'm feeling good about it. That's the Georgetown way.
Hey, no doubt. No doubt.
All right, Coach. So B and I, we're going to produce a movie that is centered around you. The one thing we are missing is a lead actor. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
The young me, right? We going the young me. Go get the boy from Power. The young me, right? Go get the boy from Power. And
which one?
The one that played Tariq, or what that played Ghost?
Tariq.
Okay.
Okay. So growing up, I'm Tariq, right? And then you probably would have to go get like my favorite actor of all time is Denzel. I get Denzel to play D. Haney. Oh man, it's crazy.
I feel bad who I had on there. I had Terrence J. You remember Terrence J? Yeah, I thought he kind of looked like you. He
looked like me. But
yeah, so that's what I was going. But you went way up there. You blew the budget out. That's it. We just got Denzel.
I don't know if we got the budget for that yet. So we might have to go with. We might have to go with. I don't know. Can Michael be? I was just watching Sneed.
Hey, he cold. Creed. Yeah, he cold.
I was just watching Creed. Now it might be Michael B. He tough now.
Yeah, we'll probably go with Michael B. He's probably more accessible right now, especially with our budget. All right, so this is probably the most important question in initiation. If you're watching this, initiation normally doesn't last this long, but we're getting so many jewels. We're gonna keep rolling.
Here we go.
When B and I come to Georgetown to check y'all out, what is that one food spot that we just got to go to that gets your stamp of approval?
Okay. I went to a spot yesterday with my aunt. I found out I got an aunt that lives up here. I went to a spot yesterday called Art and Soul for brunch. Exquisite, right? They got a couple different spots, man, but Georgetown is not Georgetown, DC is the spot for food now.
So as we get off the plane, I'm heading over there.
You know, they just opened Kitchen and Cocktails here.
We got that down in Dallas.
I know. They just opened one here Saturday. I went Saturday night. They just opened it on Saturday.
Was it packed out like crazy?
Oh, man. It was stupid.
And not only, and the prices is stupid too, but you can, yes, the prices are off the chain, but the food goes on.
That lamb is worth it though, KT.
Oh my God.
Oh, I had the catfish. You know, I get catfish everywhere I go.
Oh, okay.
But they do us wrong, man. You got to pay for the meat, then you got to pay for the sides separately. We see what y'all doing, but shout out to y'all just because y'all want to, sponsor us at any time. All right, so if you hit that subscribe button or thinking about doing so, please do. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, go to our website, yougotnext.com. There you can learn more about us and all of the other family members that we have in our You Got Next series. So now allow me to reintroduce our newest play cousin, Coach Haney, to the show. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach Haney, welcome to the family, man. This is a super exciting episode for me. Like I said, we already just getting gems. I'm kind of a fan on this one. I try not to be, but hey, it's part of it. We growing and we get to see people like yourself and meet people like yourself, and it just helps us to become better. But I got to tell everybody the story because me and KT, they starting to give us the press credentials. Shout out to everybody who show us some love. So we get to go down to the lower pit. We get to go down with all the Division I, Division II, Division III, all of these coaches sitting around. And let me tell y'all something. I'm 3 feet away from like a Carol Lawson and a Jolette Law. I mean, we talking to some big dogs, and all of a sudden, this charismatic guy walked by. Everybody like, what's up, D? What's up? The whole part, we always taking pictures and shaking hands, and everybody like going to talk to Coach Haney. We like, who is this cat? Who is this cat? Who is this dude over here? And it took about maybe 2 minutes before we realized that this was the floor general is the man. We talking about Darnell Haney. This guy, hey, he is the truth. And it's one thing to be respected and loved by the parents. You walk in with the G, everybody want to know who you are. But it's his peers. And when somebody's peers can show you that level of respect, it make you feel a little bit different. It make you understand how much work goes into it. So let's tell them, how did you get to this point, Coach Haney? Because your story is actually a blueprint, in my opinion. A lot of people came out. They was all Americans at their sport, and they got a GA job immediately. Some people, they went the route of, hey, my predecessor wanted me to come coach on their staff, and they got hot at the right time. But it was brick by brick, Coach Haney. So let's take it back to the beginning, though. You from Florida. You grew up in that environment. You won Coach of the Year multiple times out in Florida. Tell us what it was like coming up in Florida and what made you fall in love with basketball.
Man, I appreciate that, B. And I think everything that happened in my life just kind of happened for a reason. I wasn't the greatest player, right? I was a solid player. Right, wasn't the greatest player, but I loved the game. Like I used to, Florida and Miami in general is a football powerhouse, right? My high school was a football powerhouse, and like we won multiple state championships. And I don't know if you guys remember, like we had a Heisman Trophy candidate. And I don't know if he won it, come from my high school when my sister graduated. His name was Troy Davis. He played at Iowa State running back.
I don't remember that one. Yeah. Troy Davis. Okay, I'm about to look into that one.
He's from right around my area, my neighborhood. And like Kimbo Slice, y'all know who Kimbo Slice is.
So man, who don't know Kimbo?
Yeah, Kimbo lived like on the street, on a couple streets over from me, right? And like he was that size when he was in 6th grade. Like he was like that, right? I remember looking at him like, God, who this man? But in any event, so I came up and I was getting ready to go, and play at a Division II school in Ohio, and I didn't go, right? And I wanted to make, they had a major, they didn't have a major that I wanted to major in, which was engineering. I didn't know what it was. My grandmother just told me you make a lot of money, right?
They do.
Right, so I was like, I'm gonna be an engineer. I'm gonna go in. So I ended up going to Florida A&M, and as a recruiter walk on, and I ended up the coach, like they had a coaching change, the spring before I got there, right? So I went up there still, got there, worked out, and he brought some other people on board on the team from where he was, and I didn't have a spot in the program anymore.
And,
so
and transfer portal wasn't, and the transfer portal wasn't like it is today, right?
It wasn't like that at all. So
it was suicide. It was suicide to leave a school back then. You know what I mean?
No question. So what ended up happening was I stayed. I graduated as an engineer, and I was working as an engineer in Orlando, but I was still coaching an AAU program at the time. So I was coaching coaching the AAU program while I was in school, and coaching the AAU program on the boys' side when I got to Orlando. So while I'm doing that, I'm coaching the AAU program, and I met, as with my job, I met the principal at this middle school, right? So I met the principal at this middle school. She was talking, and she was like, why don't you come over and just talk to our kids about engineering and how this thing works, how it works. And, you got a black male engineer, you're doing it, you know what I mean? So the project we were working on at the time, like I was going back and forth from the school to meet with the kids and kind of mentor. And the project we were working on was a new project, and they had me in this trailer. I'll never forget it. I was sitting in the trailer in like the middle of the summer, and it was blazing hot outside, and it was no AC, right? So I'm like, I'm doing this AAU thing, and I'm having a good time mentoring the young people, right, at the middle school. And I'm like, I don't really want to do this engineering thing.
You start making some life choices in that hot box.
I didn't really want to do it. Like the money was solid, and I was like, okay, but I didn't really want to do that. So I went back, and then the principal asked me if I would consider teaching the math at the middle school, right? And then helping with the basketball program, because we had one of our kids in our program that went to school at that middle school. So went over, helped out the basketball program. We got really successful. We won the whatever the stuff was, the championship there. And then that principal moved to the high school, like the feeder high school. So she got moved up to the feeder high school, and she asked me to come over the first year. I was like, no, we kind of got it rolling, and I didn't go. But the next year I went over, and she asked me if I wanted to coach. I mean, the head coach of the program, of the varsity program, asked me if I wanted to coach the ninth grade men's program. So I was coaching the ninth grade men's program, and as he seen how we were doing and how the kids were reacting to me, he moved me up. I was the head JV coach and the top assistant on the varsity program. So we got really successful really quickly again. So it's 2 years. We went to the state championship. We lost. We lost in the state championship my last year to, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if he played for Dallas. Brandon Knight.
Man, we know Brandon Knight.
Yep.
Went to Kentucky, didn't he? Didn't he go to Kentucky?
Yep. So we lost to him in the state championship game. And then that summer, I got a head boys job, which was about an hour away from my house. And my son was just born at that time. So I already had a daughter. She was 7. And then my son was just born, and my wife was at the house, and I'm driving. When you're a high school coach, and you guys were at high school, correct? So you guys senior high school. So at high school, you got to be there at 7 in the morning. So it's an hour drive to my house back and forth. And I'm getting out of practice, or I'm getting out of a game, getting home 1 o'clock in the morning and leaving out 5 o'clock in the morning. And my wife not seeing me and not helping out with the baby. She kind of bro, we're going to have to figure something out. So I went back, and I'm getting ready to go back to the high school I was at, Jones High School in Orlando, to be an assistant again. And the principal asked me, like, would you consider coaching girls basketball? I'm like, I ain't coaching no girls basketball. I ain't want to deal with it. I ain't want no parts of it at all, right? So I'm not doing it. So she's like, come with me. So we walk in the gym, and there's this kid, Dominique Simpson. She was an incoming 9th grader. She was coming to the school, and like they playing like an open gym with the boys, and she like giving it to the boys, like step back, threes, Euro step. Like as a 9th grader, I'm like, I looked at the principal. I said, I think we can do this.
Is she on my team?
We might be able to do this. And then we got successful. We went like 500 that first year with her. Then her sophomore year, we went to the state final again. So we went to the state final her sophomore year. And as like that second year, we started to get some attention because I had players like from playing a lot of different AAU programs. I was never a proponent of like trying to hold them or anything like that. I wanted them to go play because I felt like it would bring exposure to our program at the high school, right? So what started to happen was like coaches started to come in and see and watch practice and stuff like that. And I didn't know it, but I don't know if you guys probably know Coach Yo at Ole Miss. So Coach Yo at Ole Miss was at Clemson at the time, and she was coming to recruit our players as an assistant. So she comes in, and like, you know, my assistants was running everything, man, and I came in late because I had to take my daughter to the dentist or something like that. And I came in and I met Coach Yo, and I was thinking nothing of it. I was just thinking she was just a regular coach or whatever the case may be. Hey, coach, how are you? Boom, boom, boom. We did practice and it was over. A couple months later, I get a phone call from an 864 number. I'm like, who is this calling me from South Carolina? I don't know who this is. Right. So it's Yo. Yo's on the phone like, hey, I'm getting ready to get the job at Jacksonville. Would you consider coming to work with me? Right. And I'm like, I don't know about this. I was gonna have to take a pay cut. You know, when you in high school, you making, you know, like you doing everything. I was coaching flag football. I was coaching everything, man. Right. So like you making that extra money, right? So I was making a good bit of money when I was working, but my heart was in this game. Like they had me teaching like calculus, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you know
calculus real good?
What are you doing? Like, we learning together. Like,
you on YouTube,
right? Yeah. So in any event, I talked to Coach Yo, and she did a great job of recruiting my wife. And my wife was like, dude, you can, you know, like a lot of times y'all be thinking like I got it rolling. Like I got a feeder system. I got the middle school rolling. I got my high school rolling. We going to state finals. We're going to be good it was going to be like an 8-year stretch. We were going to be good. Right. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do it. But then she was like, you can always be a high school coach. You say you want to be, and sometimes you know, my wife, Aaliyah, she always tell me like, she had me man up, right? Sometimes you don't be manning up. You be thinking like, but she had me man up. She's like, dude, you say you want to be a coach and at the college level, this your opportunity to do it. And, you know, you think I'm going to go to Florida. No, I ain't doing that off the top. You know what I mean? So I went to Jacksonville. We had a couple of seasons at about 500, right? In that third year, we popped. We won a championship. We beat Florida Gulf Coast. It was a really good program, really good coach. And it started to like open up. And then Yo started to get some calls from a lot of different people. And then that 4th year or 5th year, she got the head job at Ole Miss. And when she got the head job at Ole Miss, God made a way so I could just step and move that seat over, and I ended up being the head coach at Jacksonville.
Wow!
So I'm the head coach at Jacksonville for 5 years. We did some amazing things, man. We got a chance to. It was the first team in program history to knock off a Power 5 program in the Big Ten. I was able to recruit high-level players. We had since I was there as an assistant and as a head coach, we had 11 pros leave out of a low major Division I program. Like we were able to do a lot of great things, and it's just been a blessing to be able to do that. And then this Tasha situation, I was at this Georgetown situation. I was just I was really reaching out for one of my assistants for a job, right? So I reached out to her because I knew Tasha from the road and stuff like that. So I'm reaching out to her for the road, and I'm telling her about my assistant, telling her all that stuff, right? And then, like maybe 2 weeks later, she called me and she's like, "Would you be interested in coming?" I'm like, "I wasn't trying to get this job." Right? But her vision, the things she had in store for this program, her pedigree, who she's played for, who she's coached under, and I just think just her whole aura and her vision for this program, man, kind of matched with what I needed in a program where I went. And I was excited about the opportunity to join her, man. And
that's
it's
awesome.
time for us to get this thing rolling. So it's
man,
just
that's awesome,
man. And everywhere I've been able to just help and just plant seeds. I'm really big on just helping people, man, and helping people grow and helping people do whatever it is their dreams are. Because I just feel like I've been blessed to be able to do this. I'm the little boy out of Miami, Florida, man. That used to dribble the basketball down the street every day, right? And I'm a head coach. I'm in Washington, D.C. and an associate head coach at Georgetown. So I'm excited about that, and I feel blessed about it.
All right, and y'all got some stuff cooking out there as well. And let's kind of talk about things. When you think about Georgetown, we all kind of grew up with what was the name of those hoodies we used to wear, KT? With the onesies, you know what I'm saying? The Georgetown
jackets.
Everybody had a Georgetown starter jacket.
Uh-huh.
When you say Georgetown, you think Allen Iverson, you think Patrick Ewing, you think the legendary John Thompson. I mean, it's just so much culture. You think sneakers, you think fashion, because Georgetown has had an imprint on the game at a different level than some of these other schools. Let's just admit it, right? Georgetown has a fashion statement. It's everything. And then now all of a sudden we got a new conversation that's a roost. We got a new reason, a new challenge, a new contender that's coming out that's drawing some eyeballs. What is it like being on that coaching staff, and what do you guys, what's the plan? Break down the blueprint. You've been a blueprint guy your whole career, right? You've done it step by step, brick by brick. You started at the middle school level to get to where you are now. What is the plan to get this Georgetown team relevant at the highest level?
I think the biggest thing, B, is a lot of times you can't skip steps, right? So like you got to build that foundation first, and that's what we're doing now. Our concepts, our language, the things that we do, how we go about each and every day as a staff, how we go about how we teach our kids every single day as players and as student athletes. Man, I think that's the number one thing that Tasha has implemented, and we're going to implement with her, is just building that foundation and the type of players that we bring in, making sure we kind of circle this DMV area and put it in a chokehold, right?
Because there's so much talent there. It's so much talent in the DMV area alone.
It's a pro on every exit. So like it's a pro every school I go to. We got a pro. We just went to a DMV tournament up here, high school. Like every team got a kid got an opportunity to be a pro, right? Because like it's engulfed. I'm from Miami. We played on double rims in middle school, right? Double rims outside, right? In middle school games. Because the middle schools, a lot of them don't have gyms. But like here, like kids got trainers. It's a gym everywhere. It's cold outside, so they ain't outside playing football, right? They're in the gym getting working. And these people are serious about it. They're serious about their education. And I think we just need to we're gonna start with putting a chokehold on the DMV, and then branching out and making sure we got kids that fit what we want to do and how we want to play. And it's gonna be an up-tempo style that's structured. And she has a lot in store for this program in this city, man, and this district, they say, right? And we're gonna go from there.
Man, I know it's somebody watching this story, right? And Kevin made the joke about doing a movie, but we really do need to do some type of documentary on you and your story. And I love the way you mentioned your wife numerous times. So I hope you checking those boxes. So when you get off this day, so when she watches, she go. Nah, but for real though, me and Kevin, we strategically are called Sports Life Talk. That's the name of the company, because it's sports is, you know, of course it's the box score, right? It's the X's and O's, it's the who did what, the wins and losses, but the wins and losses only tell us a certain portion of that story, right? And you talked about the foundation and your wife having such a big part in your ability to travel. Like right now, you are segregated away from your family. You're jumping on conference calls so you could be a part of your family's life, man. Tell us a little bit about that challenge, and tell us, you know, from your wife's, I know we don't have her voice on here, but from your wife's perspective, how much it means to have like your family in your corner, you know, 800 miles away from you, allowing you to do what you do. Because somebody out there is like, man, I can't leave my family like that, or if they want this opportunity, they need to understand what it comes with.
Well, I just think, regardless if it was 500 miles away or in the same house like we were, it's a on your partner, it's a stress, right? Because especially if you got kids, because in this situation, like I might have to go to LA tomorrow, right? Or I might have to. So sometimes it puts a stress on her, but at the same time, I make sure that my kids and my wife get time, even if it's got, and she don't like it sometimes, but even if it's got to be scheduled, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna have, hey, sometimes I just text her, hey, we're going to dinner tonight. Boom. She's like, I can't do that. No, we going, boom. You know what I mean? Or I tell my daughter, I tell my daughter, like, tomorrow, when I pick you up from school tomorrow, we're gonna do this, just so they know, right? And I'm really big. I mean, it's just in my DNA. I'm really big. I'm a man of my word, man. So if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I told you I was gonna be there for you, I'm gonna be there regardless, right? And it don't matter what's gonna happen. So like I told you guys I was gonna do the interview, right?
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, you looked at us, you said lock it in, and man, you came true to your word.
No doubt. And I want to make sure I do that because I just feel like that's important. That's how I was brought up, man. It's important to be a man of your word and say whatever you say you was gonna do, you're gonna do. And I said I was gonna be a college basketball coach. Like when I was in high school, I was always prepping. I always dressed the part. So when I was a high school coach, it was like, you know, like high school coach, I see him now like, and no shade on nobody, but like you coach, you say you want to be a high school coach, you say you want to be a college coach, but you got a hoodie on and you got, you know, your jeans ripped. You know what I'm saying? Like you got slides on and you coaching basketball. Like
Yeezy slide on the sideline, huh?
Yeah, slides, like they're not taking you serious, and you got to kind of look the part. You got to be the part. So if you say you want to be a head coach in the area that you serviced in, right? That you on that staff to be. If you got recruiting, put it in a chokehold. If you got travel, put it in a chokehold. If you got scheduling, put it in a chokehold. You got to make sure you know the ins and outs of all that stuff so that you can one day do that. And I learned that from my mentors and being under Coach Yo, being under, you know, it's a lot of older people that helped me get in this situation that I'm in, man. And not even older, even younger, right? That just helped me get in the situation that I'm in. And I just thank them for all of it. And I just think one of the biggest things that I learned, and I don't know if this was the gym that I had, right? And I live by it. It's like everywhere you go, you need to make sure you're dropping seeds, right? You're a farmer, right? My mentor told me that you're a farmer. So everywhere you go, you make sure you're dropping seeds. And then one day them seeds gonna come to harvest, right? You just never know. You want to treat everybody like they're gonna die at midnight. So if you do that, right, you just never know what'll happen. Like, look at me.
Living proof of it, Coach. All right. Well, my last question, and I know we went over a little bit. Y'all, sorry, y'all. We get these rare occasions. We got to take advantage of it, and our job is to give you some good content and to give you some good words. So, I was doing some research on you. 2020, you had the Relentless podcast. It's always cool to man. That I looked at the lineup on that thing.
Yeah.
Kenny Brooks. And then you had Coach Terrell. I mean, y'all, you had a nice little setup, man.
Yeah.
We might need to get you back in the podcast game, but
we're gonna do it.
We're gonna have to, bro. But we got to talk about those relationships, because it's funny you queued it up. You said I got a lot of mentors. You know, when you start name dropping Coach O and Coach Kenny Brooks, I mean, dog, you out here in these streets with some big dogs, man. But tell us a little bit about your relationship with Coach Brooks, and what is it like? The purpose of this question is, what is it like to be an African American male in the game? And I like what you guys did with Relentless, because it was from the male's perspective, and me and KT, we from the male's perspective, right? So what did that mean to you be able to use your platform to be able to tell the story of the women's game through the male's voice?
I think it was huge. We talked about that. We got, like, of course, we got a group chat, man, and we get in and we talked about that all the time. Like, one of the biggest things, and I'm gonna speak on it now, like, I just think it's so important that they get in that these players and these student athletes get a perspective from every standpoint, right? Because that's the only way you're going to have, right, a true family, a togetherness, right? It needs to kind of look like a household, right? You got to have pops, you got to have mom, you got to have auntie, you got to have sis, right? You put all that together, and now they're getting a sense of family. One of the issues that happens, though, is, and like, you don't, everybody doesn't have that family. Some families are just mom at the house, right? So they don't know what it's like to be given instruction from a male figure, right? Some families, just dad at the house. So they don't have the nurturing of a mom, or the fiery mom. So, like, they don't do that. Some moms and families are go-getters. She working all the time. Like, so she's seen that. So you may need to have somebody in your staff that has that, attribute to them. So I just think, as far as a male and a black male perspective, a lot of these females, they don't have it. They don't have that black male figure in their life. So I'm that. If you got a father, fine. If you don't, that's fine too, right? But I'm that, and I'm gonna give you the other part, the other side of it, right? And a lot of times I feel like they're trying to make us extinct, man. Right?
I know.
So they can't strengthen the family, right? Well, nah, you ain't gonna do that. If we got a co-parent, we're gonna co-parent, but they ain't gonna make us extinct, because we gonna do everything we got to do to make this thing work.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, I kudos to you. Kudos to all of the male coaches out there, because that like you said, it was a stigmatism 20 years ago, right? It was man, I ain't going to coach no women, and now the women's game is cool, and a lot of that has to do with guys and coaches just like yourself. So shout out to you. But right now, I got to make KT extinct, Coach. I'm sorry. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show. We're gonna have a little fun, Coach. We're gonna break the hardcore conversation. We're gonna let our hair down for a second. And we're gonna play a game called Championship Rounds. It's equivalent to Would You Rather on steroids. Have you ever played Would You Rather, Coach?
No, I haven't, but this or that, is it like this or that?
There you go. This or that. We might have to start adding that to the docket, KT.
It's good.
All right. So the rules are very simple, Sports Life Talk Nation. Both KT and I are gonna make a pitch, and just like he said, this or that. Coach has to pick one of those pitches. Whichever one he selects, that host gains a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And KT is coming off of no, wait a minute. I won the last episode. I think. You sure? Okay. Well, KT, I'll let you get it kicked off. Sir. Let's go.
Nice try, though, sir. But I did win that last one.
What pair of sneakers did you win it with?
I won it with. I didn't put the shoes up. But
okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Don't question me again either in front of the company. That ain't right. Just go with me. I won it.
I'm about to go. Trust me. I'm gonna go look at the evidence. I'm going to check the receipts, man, because I think I won the last one. It's okay. Let's go.
I think I remember having the. Yeah. Whatever. All right. Would you rather coach a player that you recruited that nobody wanted, and they make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without you,
and they cured cancer? Oh, good grief, Kevin. I mean, you gave them everything. All right, Coach Haney. All right, Coach Haney. Would you rather hire a grad assistant, fresh out, no experience? They eventually go on to become a championship winning coach, and they say, hey, I'm under that Darnell Haney coaching tree. I learned it all using that blueprint that he set out there for me.
I would say the player. I mean, it's what I got in there for. Right?
That's right.
Got in to impact lives of young people, man. So I would say the player.
Yep. Wrong answer. All right.
You see that?
Round number 2. Round number 2. Let's go. Good grief.
All right. Would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show on ESPNW, where he gonna be Jones really gonna hate me for this one. You and the Georgetown coaching staff interview other college coaches, but they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns, or I got something real smooth and sexy for you. All right, here we go. I got Netflix on the phone. We are going to come to DC on Georgetown campus, and we're going to do a 3-season documentary, a Last Chance U style documentary on campus. You, Coach Butts, the rest of the staff, highlight y'all best players, but we're going to follow y'all for 3 years. Which one you want, Coach?
Come on, man. Is water wet? I'm going with the Netflix. Yeah.
Jones, you can always tell. He's always shaking his head. I'm like, Coach, can you at least give me the courtesy of hearing the whole thing before you shoot me out? I mean, come on.
All right, here we go. So the round 3 is the decision maker. It's a tiebreaker, Coach. You put yourself in a situation where you're going to have to make some life choices. But this is the deal. You come from a school of sneakers, and Kevin and I, before this round 3, we got a pair of sneakers that we picked before the show that we want to present to you for you to select. All right. And the thought process is Wednesday nights, 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do it live. And every Wednesday night I drop a pair of sneakers. And so we wanted to infuse a little bit of that culture in our show. It just so happens that this is probably one of the most programs that's got the culture. So Kevin and I, on the count of 3, we need you to say, hold that sneaker. And we're going to show you the sneakers that we selected before the show. Okay. And whichever one you select, that's it. They win this round, but they also win this episode. Okay, Coach?
I got you.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. I'm going with B. I'm going with the Georgetown.
I couldn't beat the Georgetown.
I cheated. I won.
You came with it on that one.
Well, I already knew. See, that's the one thing. He always gets me when it's a Navy shoe, because he just pulled that one out. I'll make it go with that one. So I can't hate on him. Great job, B.
Hey, good job.
I'm over here so excited. I'm over here falling apart over here, but hey.
That's what you get. You ain't used to winning.
New champion of the world. Hey,
I'm ordering some of those today. I'm not losing to those shoes ever again. We're going to tie.
I had to hit him with the Georgetowns. I had to hit him with the official colorway. Had to break my elephant print out. Come on, man. You already knew. Coach, you got a pair of those 3s? They gave you one?
I don't have those yet.
All you got to do is probably go to the website and order. You know what I'm saying? They probably got them laid up there for you, Coach.
Them cold right there. I like those.
What size you wear, Coach Haney?
11.
Dang,
Grab a 13 while you had it too, Coach.
Now, I was gonna tell him to send me all the stuff from last year. I was gonna tell him to send me all the stuff from last year.
Grab me 13 if you can. Good grief.
All the stuff that Georgetown since you ain't wearing no more. I need them joints. Hey, Coach Haney, real talk. This title of the show, Sports Life Talks, You Got Next. You rocked with us. You showed us nothing but love. But now that we all rocking with you, Coach Haney, ever since I met that charismatic coach coming through Bryan, Texas in the EYBL tournament, Coach, you got to tell us in your own words. What does the future hold for you, Coach Haney?
Man, the future is bright. We're gonna win here. We're gonna impact lives here. We're gonna turn DC. We're gonna turn this city out, man. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it the right way. The future holds a lot for me, holds a lot for Coach Butts, and holds a lot for this university, man. So I'm just excited about the opportunity to be on this show with y'all, and it's on and popping, boy. Once we get it rolling, it's gonna be rolling. You hear me?
All right, Coach.
All right.
We watching you. We watching you every step of the way. And you just talked about impacting lives. And one day, it's all going to come to an end, Coach. When you look back on your career and you look back on all the things that you accomplished, even from that middle school gym all the way up to whatever the future has for you, how do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered when people bring up the name Coach Darnell Haney?
Really good question. I want to be remembered as that person that helped whoever get to the goal that they had. If it's our players have goals, right? And if they don't have them, I make sure that they get them some, so they have a path that they're going on. And I helped you reach that, right? And you don't have to tell me thank you. You don't have to do none of that, right? But when I see it, right, I know that my job has been done, and the man above has let me know that job well done, and I impacted the lives of those people and put them on a path of growth and success. Man, I'll be just fine with that. And then when I retire from this basketball thing, and I retire from this work, and I'm gonna sit on the beach, drink me. I'm gonna get me a house on the beach, and I'm gonna drink me a whatever the drink it is of choice, pina colada, whatever. We're going to make sure we hanging out, man, and I see those people flourishing, man. And I'm already seeing a lot of it with our former players, man, and people that have been in my program and people that have been in my life. So I'm truly grateful for that and grateful for them allowing me in their lives.
All right, Coach. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to my family. Shout out to my daughter Imani, my son Caleb, my daughter Avery D, my wife. Shout out to my mentors, Charlton Young, Kenny Brooks, Coach Yo. Shout out to Georgetown, the Georgetown family. Shout out to Miami, Florida. Shout out to Perrine, Florida. Shout out to Miami South Ridge High School. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to all those people that helped me along the way, man, and make me who I am today.
All right, Coach. So this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Like, who y'all want? Who y'all want? I'm gonna get them on the show. Who y'all want?
Now look here, we've already had somebody nominate Coach Brooks. So if you can reach out to Coach Brooks, Coach Yo.
I was about to say, Coach Yo, this will be your third nomination. It's
she been nominated 3 times to be on that show. And Coach Brooks.
Either one of those. I think either one of those would be great.
Now we're being great, Coach. We want both. Both. We want both of them.
Say less. I'm gonna tell them
y'all
family.
Yeah, and Coach
family,
Butts too.
I'm gonna tell them y'all family is on.
Let's get Coach Butts on too, so we can get that Georgetown Hoya going. Yeah.
All right, Coach Butts, Coach Brooks,
gotta be on here too.
Coach Yo. We got all 3 of y'all. Y'all have had numerous nominations. This time we got to get y'all on the show so y'all can tell y'all the stories, because I'm telling y'all that would definitely solidify us, and it's some good content for you guys. So I promise y'all we want to be a part of this journey. But Coach Darnell Haney, you got next. Man, you the truth, dog. You the general. That's it. That's what the G stand for. Nah, man, you are extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a yeet. Hey, Coach D, you gotta give us that 20, 30-second plug though. Why Georgetown? I ain't do a good job. I don't think I set you up to where you could tell everybody why all these young ladies down in the DFW area, all the way over to Atlanta, Georgia, why they need to come to Georgetown. But I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, Coach. Tell us why.
Man, listen, elite academics, elite coaching staff. We got 2 former professional basketball players on our staff. The city of Washington, D.C. is amazing. The university is amazing. You're going to be sitting and rubbing elbows with doctors and lawyers of the future. And then you got Uncle D. Haney here, man. Right? If that ain't enough, you got Tasha Butt, who knows what it takes to win. You got Kelly Mazzanti, who All-American basketball player. We got Mariah Moore, who was an excellent player in her own right, played USA basketball as a youth, but like it's the place to be. You got to rock with the G, baby. If not, you sleep. So we got to make sure you rock with the G, because I think, and I might add, you get every pair of J's that come out.
And with that being said, I am officially committing to the university. Right here on air. Somebody make my commitment official. It is a wrap. I'm committing. All right, Coach. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your time so much. Listen, Sports Life Talk Nation, y'all been a blessing. Y'all make sure y'all stick around. Don't forget to like, comment, leave all that stuff so we can get this show popping and growing and going viral. We everywhere at Sports Life Talk. It's one word. All you got to do is go to those social media sites, whichever one you use. We drop content daily. So I promise you, we got some food for your soul. We're going to give y'all something. And if you sitting there, you're like, man, I wish I could be on the show. I got a story to tell. Or hey, I've been coaching. I followed that D. Haney blueprint. They need to hear about my journey. Go to yougotnext.com on our website. Click on the nominations tab and come tell us your story so we can reach out to you. All right. It's just that simple. We're going to audition anybody who's got something that could add value to Sports Life Talk Nation. And don't forget, we go live. Come hang out with us when we go live so y'all can see me roast Kevin a little bit more. Wednesday nights, 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you smash the subscribe button here, that's great. But if not, we on Twitter, we on YouTube, we on Facebook, we all over the place, and when we go live. So come hang out with us and talk a little bit more than sports, right? It's the life side of this thing. All right, KT, I'm the champ again, so I'll let you.
You didn't have to bring it up. Anybody that watched the episode, they knew that you won, but okay. But B. Jones, even in defeat, I still win because we have a new play cousin, new brother.
Yes,
that could join our family. So, Coach, whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Same here, man. And we got to get y'all up to DC, man. We got to take y'all out to eat. We got to show y'all the ropes, man, around here, man. Don't be dope. Coach
Haney. Yo. They call me Big Meats. Larry Hoover.
We've been working. Hallelujah.
Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better, and keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
What's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. YGN.